All of this reduces the cost of holding inventory as no raw materials and components are ordered to keep in the warehouse just in case it's needed. So the first advantage of using a just-in-time method of eliminating waste is that it reduces your cost. The cost you have to spend in keeping space in the warehouse. So whatever stocks that comes to your warehouse, whatever components or raw materials that comes to your warehouse, they are needed to be used as production. Do you get it? Yes. So that means you might not even need a warehouse because you don't need the space. The products, the components, the raw materials are needed right now for a production. Do we understand? Yes. So the first advantage is what? It reduces the cost of holding inventory. So you don't have to keep stocks. You don't need them. You get these stocks because they have been ordered for. There won't be overproduction. Do we understand? Yes. Please write. So look at what I said. It reduces the cost of holding inventory as no raw materials and components are ordered. You don't need to order for components or raw materials. Whatever components or raw materials you are ordering are those components or raw materials that needs to be used for production. And customers are already waiting for them. So you don't buy 100 components or raw materials, quantities, because you just want to have them in the stock. No. If you are buying 100 components, you are using those 100 components immediately. Is it clear? Yes. And as a result of this, you don't even need a warehouse. Yes or no? Yes. So that means the second advantage is that no warehouse is needed, which is also what? A reduction of cost. Is it clear? Yes. Please write. And what other advantage are we talking about here? When you use just-in-time production method of eliminating waste, it means the product you are buying, stop writing this. It means that the product you are buying will be sold immediately. That means whatever money you've spent right now, you are getting it back immediately. Do you understand? Yes. Do we get it? Yes. No, okay. What we're saying is this. Because we are using a method of eliminating waste, as a result of that, we are using just-in-time lean production method. It means one, we won't buy stocks or inventories or raw materials or components without them being used. We're going to buy them because we want to use them for a production that customers want to pay for at this point in time. So if you are buying these raw materials because customers want to pay for them at this point in time, it means one thing, you don't need a warehouse to keep those stocks that you are making or manufacturing. It reduces your cost of paying your expenses on warehouse. So the third one is that as soon as you are done producing these products, you are selling them immediately, which means money comes back to your business. Do you get it? So the return on investment is what you get as soon as you deliver the product. So we've ordered for the product, you have provided the product, we give you the product, you pay us the money. Is it clear? Yes. So the product, the finished product is sold quickly. then revenue comes back to the business as soon as possible. Is it clear? Can write please. So, I said the finished product is sold quickly as this enables the business to make a prompt return on investment. You make the product because you've ordered for the product, you make them, and what? The product is made, the customers are getting their product, they pay for the product. Is it clear?
Yes.
I should repeat it.
Yeah.
The third advantage you're talking about is this. Because it's a just-in-time production method, or just-in-time method of eliminating waste, it means an order would have been made by the customer. So if the orders have been made by the customers, you as a business will provide the product. And as soon as you provide the product, you don't have a warehouse, because we said there's no warehouse. Yeah. You don't have a warehouse. So you are making the product available for the customers to come and have them, and they pay for the product. That is what we mean here. So the finished good is sold immediately to the customers, and the customers pay you for that. So goods are sold immediately, payments are made immediately. Is it clear? No waste or eliminating waste through lean production.
Let's have a question.
Yes, please.
Something about this thing. For the midterms, it's everything that we took, right?
The midterm that I have submitted, it's a past paper.
So like everything.
Everything, anything.
Past paper.
What do you expect?
Good.
It's past paper, and I've submitted since last week.
There's true or false or not true or false or there's
no, not true or false. It's yes and no. Let's do self-production. Someone should read the self-production.
From the start.
Let's read it. It's okay. Moment. Thank you.
Self-production is where
it's okay, guys. Start.
Self-production is where the production line is divided into separate self-contained units, cells, each making an identifiable part of finished product instead of having a flow or mass production line. This method of production improves the morale of the employees and makes them work harder so they become more efficient. The employees feel more valued and are less likely to strike or cause disruption.
Thank you. So when we talk about self-production, instead of using mass or flow production, what you do is you divide the workers into different groups. When you divide them into different groups, so each group will be producing the same or identifiable product. Yes?
Like division of labor.
Division of labor. Yes, it's just like division of labor, but for every job, there's division of labor. Yes, and for every job we do, there's division of labor. It's okay. So, do you understand? But what we do here is this. We need to produce, let's say, 100 units. Can you just stop that? Are you alright? We need to produce 100 units. So instead of giving these 10 people to produce the 100 units within the same group, we divide them into 5. So 5 will produce 50, the other 5 will produce 50. This is units of cell production. Do you understand? So that means it's not going to shock them. They will have more space to get things done. And this will make them to be more effective than allowing all of them to do the same thing at the same time. Do you understand what self-production is here? You divide the job into different units by making the production be done by a certain group of workers. Instead of allowing it to be done at the same time. Flow production or mass production. Do you understand? So it will not become mass, rather it becomes units. This is mass. This becomes units. Do we understand? So you divide it into different units. So it's still going to be almost the same workers producing that product, but now you've divided them into separate units so that each unit can produce effectively. Do we understand self-production here? It is a method of production that allows workers to be set aside into different units for the production. So it's not going to be mass. A lot of people producing. It becomes self. They are going to produce the same thing or identifiable product, but it's not going to be done in mass. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Please, you right. Stop right in place. Stop right in place. So look at what I wrote about self-production. I said it's a method of eliminating waste through production in units instead of mass production or flow production. So what are the advantages of using this system of waste elimination? One, workers become more effective. When you're not producing in mass, you are producing units. It makes workers to do more, to work harder, because they know, eyes are on us. So if we are unable to meet up the way the other groups are meeting up, then they will know we are lagging behind. Do you understand? So you want to be hardworking, you want to get it done as soon as possible, because you know the rest will get it done as soon as possible. So you'll be working at a higher rate, which will increase your own effectiveness. That's the first one. Instead of allowing all of you to produce it together, some will be working hard and some will be working less. But if it is a unit, you'll be able to quantify the group that you have. And your supervisors will be able to know which group is doing more or not, or doing less. Is it clear?
Yes.
Two, it reduces disruption. Just imagine if we have to work together in this room and we have to do the same job together. Unlike putting 3 people here, 3 there, 3 here, 3 there. There will be disruption if we are together. But with us, being divided into different units, the job will be done without disruption, interference, collision. Is it clear?
Yes.
And the last one, workers feel more valuable. You are doing the job, you feel the best will be out of you. They want to see the best of you. So you become more valuable, you feel like you are doing something important. Unlike when you have 10 people together carrying out the same function. You can't do it equally. So one will do more, one will do less. And because you are doing less, you feel like you are not valuable. But because you're doing more and people are seeing what you're doing, you feel more valuable and more valuable to the cause. Is it clear, guys? Any question about it? Please write.